my name's Shauna, aka Bubs,
Hi, my name is Martin, aka Goose.
and welcome to our YouTube channel, The Adventures of Bubs and Goose. So we are going to be vlogging for the first time later this year when we go to Walt Disney World in Orlando for the Halloween season. So we're called Bubs and Goose because we actually don't often refer to each other as our actual names. So just in case to avoid any confusion, there you go. We made it more confusing. So today, what's today?
It was our 60 days out from our holiday. We're heading to Orlando on the 28th. This is our second time going to Disney World. And the first time was for our honeymoon in 2023. And we barely scratched the surface, even though we thought we did a lot then. So we're just going back to do all the things we didn't do and do some of the things we loved.
Yeah, and we were like, the whole run up to it, we were like, it's going to be a once in a lifetime trip. So we want to do like as much as possible. And well, Martin said as soon as we walked in, he knew that it was never going to be a once in a lifetime. So we're going back 2025. Here we come. So yes, as Martin said, it's our 60-day out. So what that means for those staying on Disney property is that you can book your dining reservations for 60 days plus 10. So for those going for 14 nights, it means that if you put your more difficult to get reservations towards the end of that 10 days, you're more likely to get them. So this morning we were up bright and breezy. We didn't film that, didn't think anyone would want to see it, at 5 a.m. to get our Enchanting Extras. So to book them from the UK, you need to use a VPN. So it sort of tricks your computer to think you're in the US. So we booked Zavi's workshop, which is building a lightsaber.
Yeah, it's an amazing experience, and hopefully when we'll film a bit of it and so you can see how amazing it is, but I highly recommend it to anyone.
So you may have picked up that Martin's already done this. So
this will be my second one. So I can make the Darth Maul double blade, just to be extra. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that, and we've also got Oga's Cantina booked as well for that same night as well. So we should be in the park for park closing and have a great opportunity to do photo shoot with no one in the park with the lightsaber and stuff like that. So that should be really good.
Yeah, so that's one of our tips that we would say. So whenever you book for your lightsaber building, you can book after park close just slightly. And then it means that out in front in Galaxy's Edge at the Millennium Falcon, it's pretty empty, so you can have your own private photo shoot. Obviously, you need to have your own photographer, but it was pretty magical. And we're hoping to book Oga's then for actually past that, so we'll be leaving Hollywood Studios whenever it's super empty. The other thing we got this morning is a secret, so hopefully we will share that later in the vlog, but it's pretty magical and we're super excited to do it. We can't wait. So what we are going to be doing now, come 11 o'clock, the dining reservations are going to open, and we have a list each of things that we need to get. So that involves like lounges as well. So you may know Beacon Barrel, just recent, or I think it only opens, is today the first day?
29th.
Yeah, so today's the first day it actually opens. So we're hoping we can get reservations for that. GO82 as well, so that's another lounge. And then all our breakfast, lunch and dinners. Because although we're staying in a moderate resort, so we're staying in Port Orleans French Quarter, we actually, when we were pricing it, so for our honeymoon we stayed in
Port Orleans Riverside.
Yeah, and we stayed in a royal room. So when I priced it, for us to stay in French Quarter, which we think we prefer because it's smaller, plus a Riverview room, and upgrading our dining plan to the full dining plan, not the quick service that's included, it was still cheaper than booking a royal room in Riverside. So we were like, why not? Why wouldn't we do that? So We have lots of credits to use, which is going to be pretty tricky, but we'll give it a go. So we have a table service credit for each night of our stay. We have a quick service credit for each night of our stay, a snack as well, and then we get a resort mug when we arrive as well. So I think we have 5 items each on our list, and that's for 60 plus 10. And then we will have, after that, we'll need to book. So this time next week, we should have all our reservations booked.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
All the ones we wanted.
At all the times we wanted, honestly, planning around fireworks, evening shows, and then because of the time we're going, we have the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party will have started. So what night you can't go to Magic Kingdom because there'll be no fireworks show. Honestly, it is mayhem, but we've really enjoyed it so far. And here's hoping, fingers crossed. Yes, you'll notice I can't actually cross my fingers. That we actually get everything we want, and you'll know by the end of this vlog.
We'll put in a montage time lapse now.
So welcome to the montage. As you can see, I'm having a wee dance ahead of time. Top tip for me is to get your adrenaline pumping, get some Disney tunes going. So that's why we can't let you hear them because they're obviously copyrighted. I use a laptop because I can have the tabs open a bit easier. So what we did beforehand was we split our reservations down the middle, prioritize them so we both have a list of what we're trying to get.
Yeah, so I just basically took down what I was trying to get, the options of what day and with a backup day in case I couldn't get it, and then the times we were in for, and trying to get that as close as possible. A top tip as well, which was Shauna's, which was having multiple windows of each restaurant. So I had a window for like Ohana, and a window for Garden Grill, and a window we were trying to get the Beacon Barrel. So I had all of those open on a separate tab, and that meant I could just close the tab and go to the next one.
Once you hit 11 o'clock, if you refresh the tab, get your reservation, close it, move on and refresh that one. And that's the system we used. Yes, and what I would say is, so for our first night after the parks, we are going to Morimoto, Asia and Disney Springs. Truly delicious if you haven't tried it, but you can actually book that on Open Table outside of your 60 days way before, but I did cancel it and rebook it so that we have everything on our list of reservations in the My Disney Experience app.
And also, like say you're trying to get a restaurant for a certain time, but there's only one slot available for maybe an hour or two after that, I would maybe go ahead and book that, and then later on you can try and update it and try and see if people have cancelled their reservations later on, and earlier slots might open up at a different time, because we were able to refresh ours and get some slots that we wanted earlier. We were able to move them back like half an hour, and some ones we wanted to move back later, so some of those slots opened up later on. So it's always worth just getting it. You can always cancel it later.
Well, it's another day, definitely a few weeks later because I have a fringe and new nails. So we have successfully booked all our reservations for the time that we want, which is...
We're incredibly lucky. We got everything we wanted, and on the days we wanted as well, so we don't have to change any of our plans. So that should all work right.
Yeah. I do go into them in more detail on my Instagram, which is Shauna Mice. You can find us over there. But some highlights. We're doing 2 character dine-ins. I probably have already mentioned this. But we're doing Ohana for the first time for breakfast. So Martin can meet his beloved Stitch.
Yes, and Lilo as well.
Well, yeah, we can't forget Lilo. She's in the title. And then we're doing Garden Grill again because we love the chipmunks. So we're super excited for that.
And we also got Woody's Roundup Barbecue Rodeo.
Roundup Barbecue, yeah. Roundup Rodeo Barbecue.
That's it as well, which I'm looking forward to because it shrinks you down to the size of a toy. So it should be really themed and should be really delicious as well. There's a lot of food as well.
Something we will say, that whenever we didn't realise, and it was actually one of the people I've met through my Instagram. If I can find her, we will put her in here. And she gave me like a really good tip. So you know that on your 60 days out, if you're staying on Disney property, you can book for 10 days. But that's at 11 a.m. GMT or UK time, whatever you think. And but for any subsequent day, we still thought it was 11 a.m., but it actually isn't. So it's earlier. So you can pretty much log on, like if you're getting up to go to work or whatever that may be, and your reservations will likely be open there. So you're not fighting the 11 o'clock rush.
Yeah, we did about 8 a.m. and it still worked fine.
Yeah.
There's a lot more reservations available than what we thought, because we thought it'd be quite busy. So I don't know if that's going to be, means maybe there'll be lower crowds, or maybe we just got really lucky, or we were just really organised, or there's no one going at that sort of time. But either way, we worked out well. So.
Yes. Yeah. So the next time we will see yous, or you'll see us, is I think we're going to do like a packing video, not like to show everything because we'd be here until Christmas, but maybe like some things that we're bringing with us, like a couple of accessories and some medication, sort of to help you along your walking journey. So we'll probably post that just before we go. But
so,
yes.
Yeah, until the next adventure.
Yes, we'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye.